The second challenge is the best altcoin trade. And the last is the best swing trade going into the weekend. So let's get started. Bill, BIDI or ETH? What instrument are you trading? Do you want to buy or sell? Where are your stops? And give us the reason why.
All right. So let's, can I bring up my PowerPoint? Would that be okay?
Yeah, I think it was up just for a second. Our producers will put it up. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Here it comes. Okay. So let's talk about what's going to happen tomorrow. Bottom line is I'm going to start being short Bitcoin, and I'm going to tell you why. So tomorrow in the U.S., if you're on American time, at 8:30 a.m., they're going to release the inflation statistics, right? CPI. And this number could be so bad that the government actually preempted it with a tweet today from the president saying the inflation number tomorrow is going to be bad, but it doesn't reflect energy prices. So don't freak out. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't freak out about inflation. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sure. All right. So, the markets, they try. And of course, that's why crypto was down. Okay. Today, as the crypto market is very smart. They're like, oh my God, I'm not carrying a long position into this number if I don't have to. So if you look at Bitcoin that I've got right here, Bitcoin on a 45-minute chart, it went down. But as you watch it correct, it's not starting a new trend. It's going up, down, up. Elliott wave guys call that like an ABC correction. So Bitcoin is actually looking like it's got a shot at going lower. Now, other cryptocurrencies look better. So we've entered this new world where, cryptos could decouple from each other, which is why, I could be probably positive Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, negative Bitcoin and positive other layer one solutions. Now you ask for levels. Okay. 48K seems to be something that, the market is broken below. So if we got to trade this for the next hour, even though this is not exactly my game, I would say if this thing is below 48K, it's probably going to go lower between now and the number. Because who's going to say, oh, wow, let's get levered long into this crazy number. We'll probably get long some things tonight, but the answer to your question is, the first trade is short Bitcoin. So I'll do that while we chit chat. Okay.
Well, you've got to share with us also where stops and targets should be, because, BIDI is a rich coin to trade. What would be a good, and obviously very volatile. So, what are we looking at in terms of where to put your stop, where to put your targets?
Okay. Well, I think I just got the trade in. Producer can tell me if I got that in or not for half Bitcoin. Honestly, I think the stop on Bitcoin is probably like that 48K level, right? Now, I have a different time horizon. I know you guys have all kinds of different traders. I'm an analyst. I'm a thinker. So with Bitcoin, I'm like, all right, the liquidation point's probably 48 or 49K. I know we got a lot of guys that trade on leverage. I don't think that way. I think the ultimate target for Bitcoin between now and say the end of December is probably like 40K. There's going to be a flash wick to 40K. And my insane prediction is that, believe it or not, there could be a problem in Bitcoin because Elon Musk, he sold 10 billion in Tesla stock. Watch out around the holidays for Elon Musk to gather some attention via Twitter and say, I'm unloading my Bitcoin. Now, that said, I think there's going to be a big opportunity to buy layer ones like ETH somewhere in here. So I'll send that back over to you, hoping that that's a good answer to your question.
Well, I do have a question back, which is that, 48,000 from 47,600 is nothing. It's 0.5%. You're obviously going for a huge target, which is wonderful. And our viewers, would love to see that. But, is it too tight, or are you not worried at all into such a big number?
Well, all right. So good question. So for tonight, if it prints 48,200, most likely the trade's not going to work out if we're working out for, if we're thinking for a 1 hour time horizon. Big picture, I would say Bitcoin has to climb above 50 for it to say, all right, yeah, it's back to neutral. So, I'm drawn on charts. I'd probably have to stop out of this at 50, especially if I'm thinking there could be a flash wick lower sometime between the end of the month. Now, again, the reason that you be short Bitcoin is to protect yourself so you can be long other layer ones, right? You can get long this stuff that's got, I think, an intermediate to long-term future. And we'll get into that later, I would expect.